Okay, so what if higher education wasn't just about getting that piece of paper, the degree? What if it was really about what you do with it afterwards? Well, today we're diving into a university that's built from the ground up on that exact idea. It's called the American Institute of Universities, or AIU for short, and their whole mission is something they call greater works. So let's break down what that's all about.
Really think about that for a second. How often do we hear stories about recent grads who are brilliant on paper, they know all the theories, but they struggle to actually apply any of it? That gap, right there, that's the big problem. And it's the exact problem the American Institute of Universities was created to solve, right from the start.
And their answer to that problem? It's simple, but it's really powerful. Different on purpose. This isn't just some catchy slogan. It's a signal that they are deliberately breaking away from that old traditional university model. It's a full-on commitment to redesigning education to focus on one thing: a student's success after graduation.
So how exactly are they going to deliver on that promise? Well, we're going to walk through it all. We'll look at what makes them a different kind of university, unpack their core philosophy, see how they build skills that go way beyond the classroom, check out their programs for global leaders, figure out who's a good fit for this, and then finally, we'll map out your journey to actually get in.
All right, let's start with the 30,000-foot view. What exactly is the American Institute of Universities?
At its heart, AIU just flips the whole idea of success on its head. Instead of chasing academic rankings, their success is measured by the real-world impact their graduates make. See, the goal isn't just to hand you a diploma. It's to shape you into what they call an innovative problem solver who's ready to hit the ground running on a global scale. So, what's in it for you? Why choose AIU? Well, you get the awesome flexibility of 100% online classes, fully accredited degrees, and they even have financing options. But look at that last point, a goal of 100% employment or deployment. Wow, that's not just a nice to have, that's a huge statement. It's a promise that their entire system is laser focused on one thing, making sure you have a successful career when you're done.
So how in the world do you build a university to hit a goal that ambitious? It all comes down to their unique philosophy, something they call heart, head, and hands.
Now, the engine that makes this whole philosophy work is their work-study-learning model. And listen, this isn't just about having a part-time job to pay the bills. No, this is a system where your work and your studies are completely intertwined. So the stuff you learn in a lecture on Monday gets put to the test in a real-world setting on Tuesday.
And here's how that heart, head, and hands model actually works. It's a cycle. It all starts with the heart, your passion, your why. That's what drives you to fill your head with knowledge. Then you take that knowledge and put it to work with your hands, building real skills. And guess what? Gaining those skills just fuels your passion even more. It's this complete, self-reinforcing loop. Pretty cool, right?
So how does this all play out in the actual curriculum? This is where AIAU really goes beyond what you'd expect from a typical classroom.
What's really smart about their approach is this dual focus. On one side, you're building those hard technical skills, the what you do, like project management or analytics. But just as important, they focus on the behavioral skills, the how you do it, like communication and teamwork. This balance is exactly what top companies are desperately looking for.
Think of your education here as a toolkit with 3 essential layers. The foundation, of course, is your accredited master's degree. That's your core expertise. Then they layer on these life skills masterclasses for things like financial wellness. And the final layer, practicum and simulation certifications, which are basically hands-on proof to any employer that you don't just know the stuff, you can actually do the stuff.
Okay, so what can you actually study? Let's get into the specific programs they offer and unpack what AIU really means when they say the entire world is your campus.
The programs themselves are really focused on the key drivers of the modern economy. You've got your classic foundational MBA, of course, then there are specialized master's programs in marketing and management, and for the trailblazers, there's a really forward-thinking master's in entrepreneurship. Every single one is built for immediate, real-world impact. This brings us to a really cool concept, the AIU Global Campus. Yeah, it's 100% online. So technically, your classroom is wherever you are. But it's so much more than that. It's about being plugged into a global network of classmates and mentors from totally different cultures and markets, all happening in real time.
And the scale of this network is pretty wild. With active hubs across 4 continents, your group project could literally have someone from Brazil, someone from Nigeria, and someone from Japan. So you're not just reading about global business in a textbook, you're living it and learning firsthand from your peers.
Now, all of this sounds pretty intense, right? Which brings up a really important question. Who is this actually for?
I mean, what kind of person really thrives when they're juggling a professional job and a master's degree at the exact same time? Look, AIU is really clear about their ideal candidate. They're looking for someone who puts their studies first, but is also super motivated to get that real-world experience. You have to be reliable, adaptable, and honestly, a master of time management to handle the demands of both. So as you look at this, does it sound like you? Okay, so if you're nodding your head and thinking, yeah, that's me, let's get practical. What does the journey from just being an applicant to becoming a graduate actually look like at AIU?
The admissions process is pretty straightforward, but it's definitely rigorous. You'll need to have a bachelor's degree already. Then you have to pass an entrance exam and do both a written and an oral presentation. This makes sure that everyone who gets in is truly ready for the challenge. And hey, make a note, the next time applications open is February 2026.
Getting in is just the start. To actually graduate, it's not enough to just pass your classes. You also have to complete all those master classes, earn your hands-on certifications, hit your performance goals in your work-study role, and then wrap it all up with a final capstone project. It's a journey that covers all the bases for sure.
And that brings us right back to where we started. AIU is designed from top to bottom to prepare you for greater works, to go out and make a real, measurable impact in your career and in the world. So the final question isn't just about whether you want a degree, it's about what you're going to do with it. Are you ready?